Hello yogis, and welcome to today's loving kindness slow flow. What you'll need for class today is anything that you feel comfortable reclining back on. So we want our back to be elevated from our hips. You might decide to use yoga blocks or a bolster, or firm pillows under your back are a perfect way to substitute having yoga props. Do join me as we first recline back in our restorative heart bench, our supported heart bench pose. So first, get cozy with me. If you notice that your blocks are a bit too, it's a little uncomfortable on your back, causes you discomfort, by all means go grab hold of a pillow. Set up however you'd like, take as long as you need. And we're going to just begin first opening our chest here, the tops of our shoulders, our heart space for our loving kindness slow flow. As you recline on back, join me as you notice if maybe your low back is crunched up. Maybe you can nudge your hips a little closer toward the bottom of your mat with your palms flipped face up. And allow your shoulders to soften here atop your yoga props, fully arriving to the mat with a deep breath in and an exhale out. Letting your shoulders and low back drop heavier to the mat with every exhalation, and feeling equally light and full of life with every breath in. So not only are we lifted and light, but grounded and heavy. So we're finding this balance here with every breath in and every breath out. You're welcome, yogis, if you prefer to stay a little more active through your supported heart bench. You might reach your palms overhead, letting your shoulders open like so. You might even bring the soles of your feet together for a reclined butterfly pose. Take what you need and soften and surrender while remaining equally aware and alert. Take another deep breath and an exhale. Now you may be familiar with loving kindness as a form of deep meditation. In class today, we're inviting in some movement here just to signify this loving kindness. Now, often in our meditative practice, we can dedicate that loving kindness to ourselves, as well as dedicating it to somebody or someone we know, somebody we love. So only you can decide here and now, yogis, who your practice today will be for, who you'd like to be the target of your loving kindness. Breathing into this space here as our shoulders and chest open, and so too does our heart space. My dear yogis, we are not here for long in our supported heart bench, so simply take 5 inhales, maybe even beginning to connect to a mantra of your choice. Sending loving kindness with a word or phrase, a deep breath in and an exhale out. I send loving kindness. I feel loving kindness. Whichever word or phrase most resonates with you on the mat today. Place your attention and awareness here on this very feeling of warmth, almost like a fuzzy feeling here, again, of loving kindness. And as you know, the word for class today, dare I say, and with every breath in, loving, and with every breath out, kindness. Taking 2 of the deepest rounds of breath you've taken all day. Gently, yogis, wiggle fingers and toes. Place your palms and the soles of your feet to the mat. Knees come to meet one another, and you can begin ever so gently. Simply rock your knees here side to side. They're certainly not going to come close to the mat, just creating this movement here through hips. And when you feel good and ready, join me as you place your palms, your forearms to the mat, crisscrossing your ankles and reawakening from our heart bench pose. Coming through a neutral spine, shoulders over hips, and then folding forward. Slow and steady movement here as you surrender again. Softening into this feeling of loving kindness. Deciding who you should choose to direct this loving kindness toward for class today. Walk your palms back to your hips, stacking shoulders over hips, and find your favorite way to come through tabletop. You can move your blocks here to the side. Here in tabletop, yogis simply find a cow pose. So push the mat away, chest pulls forward, opening through the front of your chest. Tuck your toes under, exhale, cat pose. Hips toward heels, look to the top of your mat. Just one more time. So come forward, uncurl your toes, cow pose. Look up, tuck your toes under, through to a cat pose, and tuck or shift your hips to your heels. Coming forward for a runner's lunge. Right foot steps up in between your palms. A perfect time to introduce blocks to your practice as you stack again. Shoulders over hips or gently folding forward, right? Again, inviting in this opening through the front of your chest, considering with me before we sit for our loving kindness meditation, in what ways you yourself can find this loving kindness for you, for others, even for people that might not quite come to mind, maybe even just the general community, right? So maybe no one in particular, but just the world as it stands, loving kindness. Palms come to frame your right foot, step back. One more time here with our cat-cow in between our runner's lunge. Cow pose, look up, chest pulls forward. Exhale, neutral spine, tuck your toes under, cat pose, hips to heels. Come on back through to tabletop. Left foot steps up, runner's lunge. Feel on into your hips, opening through your heart space as you ground your left heel to the mat. Moving as you'd like or finding stillness. Moving with that loving kindness here for yourself first, before our meditation. Nice work, yogis. Palms come to frame your left foot. And one last time in our cat-cow pose. Cow pose, draw your chest forward, look up, inhale. Exhale, neutral spine to cat pose. Tuck your toes under, hips to heels. Push the mat away. Nice work, yogis, and come on to seated. Ever so sweet, loving kindness, slow flow. You can place your blocks here to the side. You can also always, yogis, place your blocks under your knees, under your hips to assist with propping you up. And in fact, that's what I'll do for class today. You can place a block under your hips. Find an easy seat with me here and goal post your arms. Inhale, look up. Exhale, palms at your low back, baby back bend. Inhale. Exhale, reach toward the top. And inhale, place palms at heart. For our meditation today on loving kindness, you're welcome to place one palm to heart, one to belly, both palms face up or down atop your thighs, or as always, both palms at heart or forehead center. Find what you'd like, all. And again, arrive here to your meditation with a deep breath in and an exhale out. Finding your perfect variation of arms, remembering you can move at any time. Drawing your attention inward to begin. Soften through neck and jaw. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. A deep breath. An exhale. Drawing into your mind's eye this feeling of loving kindness. And surely we know that feeling, a feeling of warmth, maybe of our heart space gently filling, full with life force. And it's something, yogis, that we know, this feeling that we know just by seeing something absolutely phenomenal or beautiful in nature, this feeling of our heart space swelling, something that we cannot necessarily put to words. So take a deep breath. An exhale as we find our mantra work, this word or phrase that can assist us with bringing our focus and attention to this very subject of loving kindness. So with a deep breath in, let's direct that loving kindness first inward. A deep breath in, I feel. Exhale, loving kindness. 2 more times to yourself, yogis. I feel loving kindness. Deepest breath in, I feel. Exhale out, loving kindness. On inhale, yogis, wonderful work. I send. And on your exhale, loving kindness toward myself. Inhale, I send. Exhale, loving kindness toward myself. 1 more, yogis, to yourselves. I inhale, send. Loving kindness, exhale, to myself. And I invite you, yogis, now to sit in what can be a deeply personal meditative practice. Not only sending that loving kindness here to yourself, but now feeling so full of that feeling of loving kindness that you just can't help but send it out into the world. So over these next 10 rounds of self-guided breath, with every breath in, I send loving kindness to. And with every breath out, whether you say it in your mind's eye or aloud, give and send, direct that loving kindness to somebody in your life, to your community, friends, family, to complete strangers. This is the power of our loving kindness meditation. 10 inhales. I invite you even to consider somebody or something new with every breath, directing your loving kindness. 10 inhales. Yogis, we are nearly halfway there. I send loving kindness toward my loved ones. May they feel peace. I send loving kindness to my friends. May they feel supported. I send loving kindness to the world. May we find balance and ease. I send loving kindness to myself. May I return to this practice. Continuing, yogis, sending your loving kindness, both inward and outward. Several more rounds of deep breath. Taking 2 of the deepest rounds of breath you've taken all day. You're doing great. Deepest inhale. Sigh it out. Option to keep your eyes closed, yogis. Raise your palms overhead. Scoop it up. Whatever it is, right? Loving kindness. Scoop it up and place your palms at the top here. Bring them down through forehead center. And exhale through heart. Inhale 2 more times. Raise your palms overhead. Palms to touch. Exhale, palms down through forehead, down through heart. 1 more scoop. Look up and exhale, palms down through heart. Yogis, my dears, I will leave you here as long as you need from your easy seat to meditate for a moment on this loving kindness. As always, yogis, from my mat to yours, I wish you all the best.